Today with Luna, we continue to work on our off-leash skills. It's important to keep in mind that if she's ever experiencing any reactivity or frustration because she's not sure what to do, the best thing to do is to allow her to problem solve for as long as possible before we interfere or intervene. We want the dog to be able to figure out the correct answers on her own, and we've done a lot of groundwork using the leash and leash pressure and extra guidance to be able to help shape these behaviors, and so she understands technically the expectations of her and what all these final pictures look like. But then occasionally when we add on top of that the extra energy of a distraction, or potentially, if it's hot out or she's maybe a little bit tired, those kinds of things, this can result in her getting a little confused. So like right now when she's wanting to fall around behind me, she wants to go a little too far. So I actually just make the job a little bit more difficult to do initially. I keep moving ever so slightly, so that way when I'm asking her to sit, I can time it so that we both stop at the same time. I want her to get into the habit of having that automatic simultaneous sit with me, right next to me on my side. And so I just keep asking her for that come. Every time she goes a little too far, I ask for it again. And so what we're doing here is I'm showing her that, nope, the problem has not been solved yet. You haven't given me the correct answer, and I need you to come find my side. So just there, even though she didn't actually wrap around the correct way, I did like the motivation, and that after she was so frustrated, she continued to look for the right place. So the process wasn't perfect, but the final answer was complete, and for that we're going to give her an A for effort, give her a little bit of a reward. So just pay attention. If she is being a little bit reactive, she has a tendency to want to open and close her mouth. She's not trying to bite, but she's kind of like chewing at the air. This is just an expressive kind of thing. She doesn't do this very frequently, but when she does do it, you want to make sure that she's not leaning on you or in your personal space when she does, because obviously, incidentally, she could end up grabbing. And that's only a matter of, like I said, it's an emotional outburst kind of thing, and it's been pretty rare, but where she's had any kind of reactivity, I just make sure that, we're respecting each other's personal space. And what that looks like is if the dog is crawling all over me, I might, gently, push her back into her space while giving her some stimulation and asking her to find that position. If she's really struggling with this concept and I'm not able to get the results that I want from, being able to just use my body language and get her to respect those boundaries, then I will put the leash back on her to help reinforce those ideas a little bit before we go back to off-leash healing and, personal responsibility. But for now, despite the added potential for mistakes, she rose to the occasion and she did really well. And any reactivity was temporary and easily worked through. So, good job.